From World War I fighter pilots surviving by eating chocolate bars to climbers falling 50 feet and still living to this very day, we count down the top 10 most fascinating survival stories. Number 10. Eddie Rickenbacker, a US fighter jet pilot whose plane was shot down on October 21st, 1942, whilst en route to America Air Base located in the South Pacific. Eddie was carrying 8 people on board his plane, and when the plane started to plummet, Eddie's main priority was to ensure everyone survived the crash. So in a rush to evacuate everyone from the plane, no one was able to grab any supplies, leaving Eddie and his 8 passengers stranded in the ocean with only 3 life rafts, 5 chocolate bars, and 4 oranges. Within a week, 1 man had died and Eddie and his crew were out of food. It wasn't until day 20 at sea Eddie and his crew were successfully saved. Number 9. A German teenager called Julian, who was on her way to Peru when the plane was brought down by a freak storm. 3 hours after the crash, Julian woke up in the Amazon, still strapped to her seat, remarkably only suffering minimal injuries. She managed to locate a hunter's hut where she was later rescued. Number 8. A husband and wife who accepted the job to sail a boat from Tahiti to San Diego. Whilst on their voyage, a freak hurricane occurred which brought with it 50-foot high waves. They went below the deck and strapped themselves into a lifeline. 27 hours later, Ashcraft, the wife, regained consciousness and was able to find her bearings, being later rescued. Unfortunately, the husband was nowhere to be found. Number 7. Douglas Mawson, an Australian explorer who survived 10 months in the Antarctic after his companion along with 6 of their sleigh dogs fell into a crevasse and vanished. He survived by shooting the weakest dogs and eating them for food. Number 6. Colby Coombs, an outdoor ed teacher who survived an 800-meter fall from the side of a mountain, waking up several hours later dangling from his rope. Amazingly, Colby survived to tell the tale. Number 5. An Australian diver by the name of Nerhus is probably one of the luckiest people to still be alive after being swallowed whole by a 10-foot great white shark. Remarkably, the shark's jaws actually clamped down on Eric's lead diving belt, sparing his life. Number 4. A group of sailors whose ship ran aground near the Sahara Desert were later captured and forced to walk across the Sahara Desert with little food or drink. Remarkably, they all survived, even the captain saying that one of his crew had to chew their own arm. Number 3. A group of survivors of a plane crash who were forced to survive in sub-30-degree freezing temperatures, as well as having to eat the deceased of the crash, just in order to survive. Gruesome stuff. Number 2. A war pilot called John McCain, whose plane was shot down. Remarkably, Mr. McCain survived the crash, only suffering 2 broken arms and 1 leg. Mr. McCain was later taken to a prison where he was regularly beaten on a daily basis for 5 years, until he was later released with other prisoners of war. Number 1. After 2 experienced hikers became caught over a cliff face, Joe Simpson, whose partner had suffered a broken leg, was forced to cut the rope keeping them together, resulting in Joe falling 50 feet. Somehow he survived the tremendous fall and was able to later be rescued. Unfortunately, his friend Simon died on the mountain. Alright, so I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Please hit that like button and comment below any ideas you may have for some future top 10s. I'm Top 10s and I'm out.